Question 5 here, part A, is coming from quadratics. Part A, express 2x squared minus 8x plus 14 in the form this one here. So there are two ways you can do this one here. I can use the completed square format right away. So we can have 2x squared minus 8x, then plus 14. 2 is common, so I'll factorize it out. That means here I have x squared minus 4x, then plus 7. Now to complete the squares, I'll just get the coefficient of 4 here. I divide it by 2. I'll get a 2. Take the sign that is here. Then I'll square, then pop this one out as a square. So we shall have minus, then 2 squared. And then you add on the 7 here. Simplifying this, this one is going to be x minus 2 squared. This one is going to be minus 4 plus 7. Of course, that one will give us a 3. So meaning our answer is going to be 2 into, this is x minus 2 squared, then plus 3. That is the format they want. The alternative approach can be this one here. Alternatively, just expand and then equate the coefficients. So we have 2x squared minus 8x plus 14. Then this one is equal to 2 into x minus a square, then plus b. So when we open the brackets here, this will be 2. First of all, here, you'll get x squared minus 2ax, then plus a squared. Then there is now this plus b. Multiply all through by 2, that is 2x squared minus 4ax, then plus 2a squared plus b. Now, we are going to equate the coefficients of these terms here. So this is a 2, this is a 2, okay? Now here, negative 8, then negative 4a. So that means we shall say negative 8 is equal to negative 4a. That therefore implies that a is going to be equal to 2 when you divide all through by negative 4. And then the constant term here, 14, then is equal to, the constant is here, 2 times our a we have gotten as 2, then plus b. This one is going to be 8 because 2 times 4 is 8. Then when we bring it this side, it will be a minus. So meaning b here is going to be a 6. Okay? B, oh, there is a mistake here. Excuse me here. I was supposed to put a 2 here. Okay? Because 2 multiplies everything. So this is 2b. So even here, I'm going to have 2b. So 2b. Now this is equal to 2b. So that means b is going to be, this is 6 divided by 2. And then that will be a 3. And then you conclude that 2x squared minus 8x plus 14 is the same as 2 into x minus 2 squared, then plus 3. You just replace the values of a and b. As simple as that. Next, the functions f and g are defined by f of x is this. For x being real, all the values of x are real. And then g of x is equal to the same function which we are having here in part A. Do you see that? And then they are saying part B, describe fully a sequence of transformations that maps the graph of y is equal to f of x, this one, onto this one here, making clear the order in which the transformations are applied. Now, I want to show you something here. If I have this graph here, y is equal to, let's say, x, then squared. That is the graph. Okay? And then I also get y is equal to, I transform this into x, let's say minus 2 here, then squared. Do you see that it has moved to the right? by 2 units. So I put a minus here. I put a minus here, but it has moved to the right 2. That means when this one is coming from, when the 2 is coming from the transformation, it changes the sign. So we are going to have a transformation by vector 2, 0. Okay? It changes the sign, and then here it comes as a plus. How about if we, let's say, put a plus here? Okay? Instead of the minus that I have here, and then I put a plus. Do you see that it moves to the left? So that means we are going to have the transformation is going to be, the translation is going to be with the vector negative 2, 0 because it moved to the right. Nothing moved in the y, so that's why we are putting a 0 there. Now, suppose on this one, I put maybe plus 2. Okay, it moves up. So that is the movement in the y. Okay, the transformation now here will be minus 2, and then on the y it is moving 2, like that. Okay, now going back to our question here, we have inside here minus 2 plus 3. So if I have my g of x, which is equal to 2 into, we have x minus 2 squared plus 3, okay? Because this is the one that we have done here. You get that? So for x minus 2 bracket squared plus 3, okay, this is a translation by vector 2, 3. Okay, remember this one pops out and then changes the sign for the x. You see that? So then we also have something multiplied all through. Okay, if we have y, which is equal to a times the f of x, we call this one a stretch. Okay, a stretch by factor a. Okay, parallel to y axis. You just get the y coordinates and then you multiply them by that a. So this is what I'm going to have here. Translation by vector 2, 3. And then the other one is stretch by factor 2 parallel to y axis, or you can say in the y direction. Okay, so those are the two that we are supposed to have there.